Hello class 9th children. Today in this video I'm going to explain gas laws, that is your Charles law, and gas equations and numericals which are based on the Charles law and gas equation. Jacques Charles studied relation between temperature of a gas and a volume, and what he found that at constant pressure the volume of a gas is directly proportional to temperature. Right, and then he gave a law, and his law is known as Charles law. According to Charles law, pressure remaining constant, the volume of a given mass of a dry gas increases or decreases by 1 by 273 of its original volume at 0 degree Celsius for each degree centigrade rise or fall in temperature. Actually, absolute scale of temperature, it is a temperature scale with absolute zero as a starting point, is known as absolute or Kelvin scale temperature. For example, now X is a gas whose volume is 273 degrees cc at temperature 0 degree Celsius. Right? If you increase its if its volume will rise or fall by 1 centimeter cube for every 1 degree Celsius rise or fall in temperature. Means if volume is 273 degree cc at temperature 0 cc, then at 1 degree Celsius the temperature would be 274. Right? And at 1 degree Celsius the volume would be 274, and minus 1 it would be 272. Then it means if it is minus 2, then it is 270 1, right? Then if it is, now if it reached to minus 273 degrees Celsius, then its volume would be 0 cc, and this minus 273 degrees Celsius is known as absolute zero, because at this temperature the volume is 0 cc, right? And actually this minus 273 degrees Celsius is equal to 1 Kelvin. Sorry, it is equal to 0 Kelvin, right? And that is why it is also called absolute zero. Now relation between Kelvin scale, that is the absolute Kelvin scale, and Celsius scale of temperature is 0 degree Celsius is always equal to 273 Kelvin. Okay, and minus 273 degrees Celsius is equal to 0 Kelvin. But if 25 degrees Celsius is there, so what you will do means you will add 273 with degree Celsius, then you get Kelvin temperature, right? And what is absolute zero? The temperature minus 273 degrees Celsius is called absolute zero. But actually what's happened? Why? Because at minus 273 degrees Celsius the volume of a gas is reduced to 0 cc, and but it is this is a theoretical concept, because theoretically it is possible, but practically it is not possible, because all gases, they liquefy or solidify before reaching this temperature. Now, what is absolute scale of temperature? The new temperature scale with its 0 at minus 273 degrees Celsius and each degree equal to 1 degree on the Celsius scale is called absolute or Kelvin scale of temperature. All temperatures on Kelvin scale are always positive figures. Why? Because and they are indicated by capital T. Because you know that minus 273 degrees Celsius is equal to 0 Kelvin. Hence, it may be negative or positive on Celsius scale. It is always positive on Kelvin scale. For example, if we are saying minus 273 degrees Celsius is equal to 0 Kelvin. So 30 degrees Celsius is equal to 30 plus 273. That is your 303 Kelvin. But if the temperature is minus 70 degrees Celsius, then in Kelvin what's happened? What you will do? Minus 70 plus 273, that is your 203 Kelvin. That is also positive 1. And if you take minus 273 degrees Celsius, which is equal to what you will do, minus 273 plus 273, and it is equal to what? 0 Kelvin. That is why all temperatures on Kelvin scale are in positive figure, right? So Charles law is also defined as, and you learn this definition only, pressure remaining constant, the volume of a given mass of a dry gas is directly proportional to its absolute temperature. What is it? The volume of the what it says, the pressure remaining constant, the volume of a given mass of dry gas is directly proportional to its absolute Kelvin temperature. That is, V is directly proportional to T, right? And you have to learn this formula. So this is a Charles law formula. V1 upon T1 is equal to V2 upon T2 is equal to K constant at constant pressure. And this is called what? Charles law equation. Let's discuss numericals which are based on Charles law equation. A given mass of a gas occupies a volume of 250 ml at 37 degrees Celsius. Right? To what temperature must the gas be heated to make its volume, final volume, as 500 ml? Assume that the pressure of the gas remain constant. So what is your initial volume? Is your what? 200 ml. So V1 is with the volume of the gas, that is your initial volume is 200 ml, while initial temperature of the gas is how much? This is your 37 degrees Celsius. But always remember, when you are doing solving the numericals, first you convert this degree Celsius into Kelvin. So what you will do, you add 273, and what's how much Kelvin it will be? That is your 310 Kelvin, right? And final volume is how much is there? 500 ml. So you write down here V2 is equal to 500 ml, and final temperature you have to find out in Kelvin. So you write down question, there is your question mark. Okay. Now according to Charles law, because your pressure remaining constant, so you will apply Charles law, and according to Charles law, V1 upon T1 is equal to V2 upon T2. Put the values. V1 is given 200 ml, and T1 is given 310 Kelvin, while V2 is 500 ml, and T2 you have to find out. So T2 is equal to 500 into 310 upon 200, and what you get? 775 Kelvin. But now then you change this Kelvin into degree Celsius, and for that what you will do? Subtract 273 from this Kelvin's temperature. So 775 minus 273 degrees Celsius is equal to 502 degree Celsius. So what is the final temperature of the gas? That is your 502 degree Celsius, right? Now one more this numerical. A certain volume of the gas is kept at 77 degrees Celsius. When the temperatures decrease by 20 degrees Celsius, the gas occupies a volume of 900 ml. So what was the initial volume of the gas? Means here you have to find out the initial volume, right? So initial volume, let the initial volume is V1. So V1 you just write down, maybe it is X. T1 is the initial temperature, and it is given how much? 77 degree Celsius. So convert it into Kelvin. 273 plus 77, that is your 350 Kelvin. And final volume of the gas is given in the question, that is your 900 ml, and final temperature is given how much? That is your 20 degree. It is here, what is saying? The temperature is decreased by 20 degrees Celsius. Means earlier the temperature was 77 degrees Celsius, right? And now it is decreased by 20 degrees Celsius. So 77 minus 20 is your 57, right? Now this 57 you convert into Kelvin. So what you will do? 273 plus 77 minus 20, that is your 57, and what's your answer? That is your 330 Kelvin. Now put the values, and you get the what? V1 is equal to what? 350 multiply 900 divided by 330, and what's your answer? 954.54 ml, right? So what is the initial volume of the gas? 954.54 milliliter. right? Next is your gas equation. It is an equation used in chemical calculation for calculating the change in volume of gases when pressure and temperature both undergo a change, thereby giving a simultaneous effect of change of temperature and pressure on the volume of given mass of a dry gas. And for that we have an equation that is called P1 V1 upon T1 is equal to P2 V2 upon T2 is equal to K constant, and this equation is called what? Gas equation, right? One more thing, just remember that whenever you are solving the problem, always take a standard temperature and pressure. Why the volume of gases they are changes with now next is your standard temperature and pressure. What is this is also known as STP or NTP. What is standard temperature? Standard temperature is always either 0 degree Celsius or 273 Kelvin. And what is standard pressure? It is either you will take 760 millimeter of mercury or 76 centimeter of mercury or 1 atmosphere pressure. So if in question it is given the gas is at standard STP, it means your temperature is either what you will take 273 Kelvin, and pressure you can take either to 760 millimeter of mercury or 76 centimeter of mercury. Why the volume of the gases are converted to STP? Because volume of gases changes with temperature and pressure, hence a standard value of temperature and pressure is chosen to which gas volumes are referred, and hence volume of gases are converted to standard temperature and pressure condition, and then they are compared easily, right? Let's discuss a problem based on gas equation. Suppose a gas occupies 700 ml at STP. At STP means what is the standard temperature you will take? That is your 273 Kelvin, and standard pressure you will take how much? Just you will this standard pressure unit you will take depends on what is the final pressures given. Now what is saying? Find the volume occupied by the gas when its pressure is 400 millimeter of mercury and its temperature 15 degree Celsius. Initial conditions are your P1, what you will take 760 millimeter of mercury, because you are taking initial pressure as at STP. So what you will take 760 millimeter of mercury. Why? Because the volume, final volume is given in millimeter of mercury. Okay, and then V1 you will take 700 ml, and T1 you will take standard temperature, that is your 273 Kelvin. And final conditions are your final pressure is your 400 millimeter of mercury, V2 final volume you have to find out, and final temperature is your 15 plus 273, that is your 288 Kelvin. And here what you will use gas equation. And what is your gas equation? P1 upon P1 V1 upon T1 is equal to P2 V2 upon T2. And you put the values. Now pressure P1 is 760 multiplied 700 divided by 273. Here 400 into X upon 288. And what's X value is your how much? 1400 3.07 milliliter. So therefore the volume occupied by the gas is for what? 1403.07 milliliter, right? Let's discuss some exercises. The law which states that pressure remaining constant, the volume of a given mass of a dry gas is directly proportional to its absolute temperature. That is your what? Which law it states? That is your Charles law. Right. Second is your the law which studied the relation between pressure of a gas and the volume occupied by it at what? Constant temperature. That is your constant temperature means Boyle's law. Right. Then equation used in chemical calculation which gives a simultaneous effect of change of temperature and pressure on the volume of a given mass of a dry gas. That is your gas equation. And what is your gas equation? P1 V1 upon T1 is equal to P2 V2 upon T2 is equal to K constant. Now, what is the standard pressure of a gas in centimeter of mercury corresponding to 1 atmospheric pressure? What is it? 760 millimeter of mercury, right? And what is the absolute temperature of a value corresponding to 35 degrees Celsius? So what you will do, 35 plus 273, that is your 308 Kelvin, right? Now next is your fill in the blanks. If the temperature of a fixed mass of gas is kept constant and the pressure is increases, the volume correspondingly, what you will say, increases or decreases. The volume of the correspondingly decreases, because according to Boyle's law, what volume is inversely proportional to pressure. So if pressure increases, volume decreases. If the pressure of a fixed mass of a gas is kept constant, then the temperature increases, the volume also increases, because V is directly proportional to T at constant pressure. Now 1 cubic decimeter of a gas is equal to 1 liter, and all the temperature on the Kelvin scale are positive figure. Which figure? Positive figure, right? At minus 273 degrees Celsius, the volume of a gas is theoretically how much? 0 cc. Okay, thank you children.